Good morning. How you doing? I'm back and I'm speaking out on the subject of silicone gone wrong. So this will be part 5, video 5. And I will be continuing talking about silicone that has gone wrong. My involvement in silicone, my involvement with a silicone death that took place with me. And basically what I'm trying to do is send out a message to my gay community, transgender girls, upcoming people that would like to be transgender girls who are seeking to get body enhancement through silicone injections. I'm asking for them to do their homework and make wise decisions about what they want to do before they do it, because there are complications, to receiving silicones. I've been through many complications, and like I said, I'm gonna share all of this with you. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue from where I left off yesterday. With I was talking about when the police department had finally gotten me, and I had left off with when the police had gotten me from my aunt's house. And I was, they arrested me at my aunt's house. And when I got into the police car, I realized that they had also gotten my friend too, because she was in the car, like as I had stated in the last video. She was getting ready to press, just like I was trying to get up out of here, without them catching me, because I need to clear my head and clear my mind of this situation. To I so much was going through my mind. I was so confused. I really didn't know what to do, because like I said, this is a situation that I've never been in before, a situation that I never thought that I would be in, but it happened, and it happened for a reason. But anyway, so as I was stating, they got me, and like I said, she was sitting in the car, and they put me in the car with her, and she was, as I stated, she told me that she was on her way out of here. As a matter of fact, she was going down the road. And she was like, next thing she know, the car that she was in was surrounded by police, and they asked her out of the car and they arrested her. Now, when they arrest us, they take us to Evelyn, to the jailhouse on Evelyn, Dougherty County Jail. And when I get there, both of my roommate, which is my sister and my child, they also have been arrested. So they there. So the people at the jailhouse, at first they like, as I said, they thinking that we are all females, but when they realized what was going on, they knew that we were 4 guys that was living our lives as women. So they put us in separate cells, and they put us away from the guys. And it was in the afternoon. So this story hit instantly. I mean, it hit instantly. And when I say, I know how the media are, being that this situation put me in the media. The media can sometimes take a story and overblow it, make it out to be more than what it really is. And sometimes, instead of them really and truly just stating the truth of a situation, sometimes they go overboard and expand and add to it. Because like in this case, they were saying that the silicone that I was using to pump people was a industrial silicone that you get from out of the hardware store, somewhere like AutoZone or something like that. And it really it really tickled me, and it amazed me because, you know, now they're advertising this tube that you seal your window up with, and they were saying that this is what we was using. And I later learned that they referred to people getting body work as we're having pumping parties, where a group of gay males come together and we pump each other bodies with this industrial silicone. I heard several different stories. They even went as far as to say, I heard fix a flat, something that you pump tires with. That's what we was using to pump with. So I'm like, oh my God, are you really serious? Okay, do your math, do your homework. Okay, first of all, a window sealer. How is it possible to inject into anyone's body? Come on, let's be for real. You're talking about something that seals window up, and it really basically comes in a gel form. So now you think about this syringe and the needle that's being used, that the average girl or guy, whomever that's pumping, uses to do injection with. There's no way impossible. There's no way possible to even get this gel in the syringe, then get this gel to go through the needle to enter into someone's body. But you know, like I say, they just simply going by. I later found out they just simply going by hearsay. There's really no physical evidence in the case. No more than the death of this child, and that's basically it. So everything is really he say and she say. I later on found that out as well. But we're in the jail, and you know, like I say, we get that round. This is like about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so the story hit the 12 o'clock news. They booked us, and booking was long. We was in booking all day long. So the three other people that was with me that got arrested, they was only charged with conspiracy. And as I stated earlier in one of the videos, I was being booked for felony murder, involuntary manslaughter, 11 counts of practicing medicine without a license, and conspiracy, 4 charges. 2 big boy charges, carrying a life sentence. So this is like, I can't even begin. I can't even find a word to explain how I'm feeling sitting in this jail. I really just wanted to just ball up and just die, because I was like, oh my God, you know, all kind of thoughts running through my head. I'm like, Lord, what next? What's gonna happen to me? You know. So they finally take it's in the afternoon. Yeah, it's after 6. They find it's late. They finally decide to take us to housing. You know, because after, you know, the booking process, then they place you in a union. So we was all placed in E400 block, and going in, you know, the guys that are locked up, all they just see the image of females, because, you know, they're thinking that and you know, you just hear all this screaming, man, they putting girls in here, they putting some females in here, you know, and the boys being all excited, and then all of a sudden you know, like I said, I'm gonna be truthful and honest with you. You hear like, man, them ain't no women, man, them niggas, man, them them sisters, those are faggots, man. Though so the boys are going at it. They're going at it. There's so much commotion going on, but the officers are placing each one of us in separate rooms, because in 400 mainly those are like, they're 2-man room, but they mainly try to keep one person in each room. And I later found out that they had put me on administration segregation PC, which meant that I could only move around in the jail alone by myself. I could not interact with any other inmates that was in the jail. If I, like, during the time that we was given like an hour to come out to shower, make phone calls, clean your room, do whatever you had to do, we had to do that within like a 45-minute to hour period. So we're in there, and we asked if we could take a shower, and that was like cool. So they let us took shower one by one. So some guys being who guys who they are. You got your DL guys. You got guys that mess around. So you did have some guys in there that was trying to holler, and I don't know what to say. I ran just get they little talk on. But anyway, I'm so devastated. I'm on a high right now. I'm so blown and taken. I'm out of it. But that same night, my sister, she made bond. I was the only one. Me and the girl that let me use her house were the only one that was unable to make bond. And the reason why she was unable to make bond, because she had a probation hold on her. She was on probation, so this was a violation of her probation. So she had a probation hold on her. So that's the only reason why she was there. But my sister, she made bond. She made bond that night, and my daughter, she went to court, and due to her illness and sickness, the judges let her go on her own recognizance. The following day, when we went to arraignment. So I was happy, because honestly, really and truthfully, they didn't deserve to be locked up, because mainly, what I'm saying, this was something that I had done, and they really didn't take part in it. Like I say, this case was a bunch of he say she say. So that's how they managed to get up into it. And they held what you call a motion of discovery. And I later on, in the process of being locked up, because I was locked up about maybe 14-15 months before they sent me off, before I went to court, and they sent me off to prison. But I was appointed a lawyer, and that lawyer was Gerald Williams. He is one of the most, he has a reputation, and his reputation is not good, because everyone that he represents, oh man, they end up with some major big boy time. He's not a good lawyer whatsoever at all. And I was like, when it came time for me to meet with him, and I was like, oh no, I have to do something. I'm recommending that I be appointed another lawyer, because I don't want you you representing me. I know there's no way possible, but these kind of charges, what I'm saying, and then it's already bad that I didn't have the money to have a paid lawyer that I really and truly needed. But appointed lawyer, and then I get the most sorriest appointed lawyer that the city has, that has a reputation of going against his own clients. Oh no, there was no way. I was not about to be railroaded like that. dealing with these type charges. You know what I'm saying? With him, and now I'm going to spend the rest of my life in chain gang. But we'll be right back.